So me and my grandma were fighting, right? We were fighting because I wanted to go to my great uncle's funeral the next day. That it was the next day, and he was on my dad's side, and a week before I didn't even know he existed. So, a week before I didn't know my great uncle even existed until my mom texted me and told me about it, and I was like, wait, I have a great uncle. And then they had to pull the plug on him, and he died. And I wanted to go to his funeral because I was like, okay, I didn't know about him. Earlier in the year, I didn't even know about my great grandma. And a few years back, I didn't even know about my grandma on my dad's side. So I was like, who else do I not know of? And so I wanted to go to my great uncle's funeral to learn more about the other half of my family. Um, and my grandma was not having it. She was like, absolutely not. You are not going to that funeral. And I'm like, I'm going. And we went back and forth. It was like, I'm going. No, you're not. I'm going. No, you're not. I'm going. No, you're not. Back and forth. And at some point, she threatened to call the cops if I went. Big sad. Big sad. So that happened. And I was upset. She took my phone, which she never does, and she didn't even pay for it or pays my rent card. That's my mom. But she took my phone. And I was still mad about it, and she would not leave my room. Actually, after taking my phone, she was just lying on my bed, just staring at me. And I was like, get out. And she was like, no. And so eventually I got upset, went out, jumped out of my bed and went to the living room, sat on the couch. And then she came after me and was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, my room. And she was like, no, don't talk to me like that. And she started cussing at me and told me how I was a piece of shit and a bitch and blah blah blah. And I went to my room, shut my door, just glad that she was out of my room finally. Only and I went to bed sobbing. And my I only to be waken up at 5 in the morning to her scream. And I went out to the kitchen, she's on the floor. She broke her wrist in two places. And not only do I think, but also my bestie, we both think that she did that on purpose. But either way, it was beautiful karma because not only was the funeral that day, but also my concert. So if I wasn't able to go to the funeral, she wasn't able to go to the concert because of her broken wrist. And she was like, "Oh my god, I wanted to go to the concert so bad." And in my head, I was like, "And I wanted to go to that funeral so bad." Beat that. questions. Do you hate Janice as much as I do? I've been in previous comments on the mirror. I don't know if you remember. I do. They were the funniest stuff I've ever. It's always so funny when you guys hate on Janice. Yeah. I kind of can't hate him because I know his backstory. So kind of can't. Who's your favorite Sender side? Yours is Virgil. Mine's Virgil too. I know I hate Janice, but maybe I could feel sympathy if I knew why he was such a jerk. Could you give me an episode on Janice's backstory? Unless you would have done one. I watched too much Sender sides. Gotcha. I don't even know if you're made one for him yet. On the singing battle for the kids, you can see a glimpse into his past, like kind of angsty. So that can be a little bit explanation. Yeah, I think he goes third or fourth, I forget. So that's a little that you can learn about his backstory from there. I think I've already talked about headcanon being changed so that Virgil's eye color is naturally blonde. I might not be remembering correctly, but so will his hair/eye color ever get changed back? Virgil will forever be a blonde because I just like him being a blonde. I don't know why, I just like him being a blonde. As for his eyes, I might change his eyes in other series, but not in Life series. Simply because I was like, wait, I could have had his eyes purple. So, not in the Life series, but yeah. Is Remus still in love with Janice? If so, will he ever confess? I may hate Janice in the universe, but I do ship Dukesy. That's kind of like a spoiler or whatever if I say anything about it. So apologies, I can't say anything about it. But I think Remus will always have like that feeling. But either one, he's gonna like extinguish it or like confess with it. So we'll see. Last question: can you and all the center sides hug me, please? This is my character in the alternate account. I kind of want to get this video up, so I apologize, but you can imagine us hugging, I guess. So yeah, I just want to get this video up because it's getting kind of late. Thank you though. Bye.